Welcome student. In previous lecture we learning the sixth lesson, that is beginning of freedom movement in India. In this lesson we come up to assassination of Rand. After that, let us look the next point, that is partition of Bengal. The British decided to use the policy of divide and rule to create the rift between Hindu and Muslim community. The then Viceroy Lord Curzon contributed to it. Bengal was a very large province. To carry out the work of this province was difficult from administrative point of view. By putting up this region on 1905, in 1905 he declared the partition of Bengal. With this partition, arrangements was made such that majority Muslims will remain in East Bengal and West Bengal for the majority of Hindus. So here, British wanted to strengthen their role in India, and they accepted the policy of divide and rule. So in this process, they wanted to divide Hindu and Muslim community, so it will be benefited for the rule of Britishers in India. In this uh, aim, Viceroy, what is it? Viceroy Curzon made the partition of Bengal because this Bengal was a large province, and it was generally uh, uh, com- it was generally what we say, it was generally uh, populated by the Hindu community and Muslim community. So to divide these communities, they divided this province into East Bengal and West Bengal. In the East Bengal there was Muslims in a majority, while in West Bengal Hindus were in majority. But the hidden agenda of these Britishers were to separate the seven states. Now it is called as seven states. At that time, there that was Assam. Okay, the whole seven states are tribal population, having a tribal population. They wanted to convert the whole northeast India. So this Muslim province gave them a shelter. So the remaining Indian populations remains aside from these seven states, that is Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and all these contains the majorly tribal area. So they wanted to convert the whole states into Christianity. It will benefited by this partition. This was their hidden agenda. Anti-partition movement. There was public awakening against partitions not only in Bengal but all over India. 16th October, the day of partition, was observed by the National Mourning Day. All over India, there were protest meetings to condemn the government's decision. Vande Mataram came to be sung everywhere as a symbol of unity. Raksha Bandhan programs were held. Students in large numbers boycotted the government schools and colleges and participated in the movement. The leadership of this movement was in the hands of Surendranath Banerjee, Anand Mohan Bose, Rabindranath Tagore, and such other leaders. The extent of Indian National Congress increased due to the anti-partition movement. It becomes the national movement. Owing to the severity of dissatisfactions, the British annulled the partition of Bengal. So there large agitations started all over India. Uh, Under the leadership of Surendranath Banerjee, Anand Mohan Bose, Rabindranath Tagore, and such leaders, prominent leaders, not only prominent leaders, but the small leaders also took participation in the uh, anti-partition movement. This leads to null down the decision of partition of Bengal. 4-point program of Indian National Congress. Gopal Krishna Gokhale was the president of Indian National Congress session of 1905. He supported the anti-partition movement. Dadabhai Naoroji was the president of 1906 session. For first time, he pronounced the word Swaraj from the stage. In his presidential speech, he gives the message that remains united, try sincerely, fulfill the aim of Swaraj. So that day was we will be able to save lakhs of people's suffering from poverty, hunger, and diseases. And India will get respectable positions among the developed countries. So here in this Congress uh, Congress organized a session in 1905 and 1906. In 1906, uh, Dadabhai Naoroji, the president of Congress, uh, declared the session of the message, that is of Swaraj and Swadeshi, national education, and boycott the government educations. These 4-point programs were unanimously accepted by all Indians due to Swadeshi movement. We will be self-sufficient. To follow the path of Swadeshi, we need to bring together capital, resources, manpower, and such other forces, and from this, the benefit of the country could be achieved. It was decided that boycotting of foreign goods is the first step. Boycott the foreign rule will be the next step. Due to boycott, we will be able to attack the root of the British imperialism. So, the concept behind this, the Congress wanted to boycott all the British goods, so the root of the Britishers were collapsed. This was the opinion of the Congress leader. So here is the picture: Gopal Krishna Gokhale, the leader, one of the prominent leader of the Congress, and it is this Gopal Krishna Gokhale was considered as a guru of Mahatma Gandhi. They founded the society establishment, that is the Servants of Society, in 1905 to create the love of the nation in the youths. Next point is the differences between the moderates and extremists. As the policy of the Britishers started, that is divide and rule, the Congress also split into two parts, that is the moderates and extremists. The differences the differences between ideologies of Indian National Congress rose to great extent in Surat session in 1907. The moderates were trying to keep aside the resolutions of Swadeshi and boycott. The extremists trying that the opposition should not be successful. Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Surendranath Banerjee, Firoz Shah Mehta, such moderate leaders blamed that the extremist leaders are trying to capture the Indian National Congress. Lala Lajpat Rai tried to act as a mediator, and as per the Tilak's opinion, Indian National Congress was a national platform, hence it should not be divided. During the sessions, the tension increased, and since no compromise was possible, finally there was a split in the Indian National Congress. Suppression of British. After anti-partition movement, the government was disturbed looking at the influential public protest. To control this movement, the government used the policy of suppression. So they attack on the agitations, so on the public. Government holdings of the public meetings was legally banned. Strict punishments were given to those who broke the law. School children were also beaten up. Many restrictions were imposed on newspapers. Many printing press were confiscated on grounds of blame of criticizing the government. So Britishers trying every means to control their rule on India. So they started to suppress the any type of movement in India, that the prominently the newspapers were suppressed by the Britishers because it raises the voice of Indian people. Maratha and Kesaris were banned of Lokmanya Tilak's This leads to a severe reactions in Bengal. The revolutionary writers and editors were imprisoned. This was severely uh, reaction in Bengal. That is, revolutionaries adopted the means of firing and bomb blast, etc. These bomb attacks were advocated through the Kesari newspaper by Lokmanya Tilak. The charge of the seditions was put on Lokmanya Tilak, for which he was sent to Mandale jail at, at Myanmar for 6 years imprisonment. Bipin Chandra Pal was sentenced to jail and Lala Lajpat Rai was deported from Punjab. So they try to vanish this leadership of extremist. Next point is the establishment of Muslim League. So here the Britishers shows their original face. They tried to separate Muslim from the Hindu community. They tried to create untrust between these two communities, and they supported the leaders who wanted to create the clashes with the other community. Okay, so Britishers once again followed the policy of divide and rule. They started using propaganda that for the safeguarding of the interest of the Muslims, they should have a separate political organization. Due to motivations of the British government, Committee of Upper Class Muslims under the leadership of Aga Khan met Governor General Lord Minto, and due to the motivations from Lord Minto, the British officers and the Muslim League was established in 1906. So here Britishers were successfully created the untrusty mind in the Muslim community. They generate the feeling of fear from the Hindu community into the minds of the Muslim. So it resulted into the establishment of the Muslim League in 1906. Morley-Minto Act. There was a dissatisfaction among the Indians regarding the works of a British government. The Indians felt that the reason of poverty in India was the economic policy of British. Oppressive policy of Lord Curzon, exclusion of the educated Indians in oppressive policy of the Lord Curzon exclusions the educated Indians in government services, unjust behavior towards the Indians in Africa. All these added to the dissatisfactions of Indian people. As a temporary remedy of the discontent among the Indians, the Morley-Minto Reforms Act of 1909 was passed. According to this act, it increased the number of Indians members in the Legislative Assembly and provision of the inclusions of some elected Indian representative in Legislative Assembly. So they started to give representations to the Indians, but this was not the real aim. Their aim is to create the leadership who is very much loyal to the British rule. Through this giving the representative in a legislative assembly, they supported the people who wanted British rule in India. Uh, Unfortunately, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar wanted British rule in India. Unfortunately, okay, because he thought that if Britishers go away from India, then again the lower class people is to be suppressed by the upper class, so upper class people. So he wanted, they supported uh, the British rule, but he put each and every aspect or a subject regarding the India and uh, benefit of India, they put on the bench in the legislative assembly. He uses all his means to get the as much as benefit to India from the Britishers. So this is the greatness of Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar. Assembly was made. In the same act, separate electorate were provided to the Indian Muslim. Due to this conspiracy of the British, the seats of division in India are sown. So here the Britishers played a game of making the separate constituency for the Muslims. So it creates a untrusting mind between the Hindus and Muslims. Lucknow Pact. This is a big lesson. The beginning was a big, because India is a vast country. So there Britishers need to be act in a different way by divide and with the help of divide and rule policy. They uses of making a different laws which help and strengthen their rule in India. Lucknow Pact. This is one of the pact in the series of making law. In Lucknow sessions, the Indian National Congress, under the leadership of Lokmanya Tilak, an attempt was made to resolve the disputes in the correct. They resolve dispute in the Indian National Congress. In the same year, there was an agreement between the Indian National Congress and Muslim League known as the Lucknow Pact. According to this pact, Indian National Congress agreed to separate electorate to Muslims, and Muslim League agreed to support Indian National Congress in its work for getting political right to India. So Muslim League doesn't have any meaning to the freedom of India. They wanted to benefit only Muslim community. It started, and Congress started the appeasement policy. Due to this policy, the the Hindus were keeping Hindus were keep aside, okay, by the Congress. It creates the untrust between the Hindu community and Muslim community. Home Rule movement in 1914, when the Lokmanya Tilak was released from the Mandale jail, the First World War had begun in Europe. The direct consequences of this war had to be bared by India as well. So Britishers want the Indian youth in in the war, because they are very much a firefighter, like Punjabis, Maharashtrian, Bengalis, and all Indians. They are very much good fighters. So Britishers wanted to use these youth Indians into the war. The rate of the basic necessary commodities, it affect the Indian. This war affect the Indians. So look at this, what it is affected, in what manner. The rate of the basic necessary commodities increased. The consequences of this war has beared by India as well. Many restrictions were put on the Indians by the British government. This leads the increased the dissatisfactions in the minds of Indian, and in these circumstances, Dr. Annie Besant and Lokmanya Tilak started Home Rule movement. Home rule means self-government. Such movement also begins in Ireland against colonialism. On similar lines, Home Rule movement demanded a right of self-government in India. Annie Besant and Lokmanya Tilak made extensive tour in different parts of the country and demand the self-government reached the common people. Tilak firmly stated, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Next point is First World War and India. So when at the beginning of the freedom movement in 1905 to 1915, the First World War is broke out, and Britishers started to use the Indians into these wars. Indians does not have any relations with the war, but forcefully the Britishers used Indian youths in the First World War. British government, to use this youth of the Indians, they make some laws for the India in 1917 by Montagu, a new Viceroy of India, Secretary State for India. They declared that there will be Secretary State for India, and Montagu appointed as a Secretary State of India. It was rubbish things they offered Indians instead. So they started to make foolish things, but they wanted to use the Indian youth in the war. Tilak also declared that if the government is going to show the sympathy and considerable attitude towards the demand of Indians, only then Indian public is ready to cooperate with the Britishers. This policy of Lokmanya Tilak is known as a responsive cooperation, means they must give us freedom. Tilak's policy was that the Britishers must give Indians freedom, and on behalf of this, India will supported Britishers in the war. It is an exchange cooperation. But Tilak put forward this policy. Montagu-Chelmsford Reform Act. In 1919, British Parliament passed another act bringing constitutional reform in India. This act is known as the Montagu-Chelmsford Reform Act. So they are started to doing new laws. It does not have any meaning with the freedom of India, okay, but they wanted to show that they are doing such things which are benefited to the Indian people. According to this act, less important departments were transferred to the Indian ministry, whereas the important department like finance, home affairs and revenue were under the control of governor. In 1919 Act did not give much exposures to the demand for the responsible government, so they Britishers ignored the demand of Tilak. Everybody was disappointed due to this act. Tilak criticized the act in the following words: "This is neither Swaraj nor its foundation." The Indians understood if they have to subdue the British government, then the agitations need to be more rigorous, very furious. Indian got prepared for the new movement. So here Indians come in to know that Britishers wanted to foolish the Indians on the basis of making different laws, and they wanted to fool the Indians with the making laws, and you wanted to use the Indian youth into the First World War. So here we completed these lesson. So student, you write down as a homework the exercise of this lesson. Okay, now we will stop here and send it on our on my personal group or that new group, homework group. Okay, thank you.